Thanks for joining us in this session of Scoop School. It's lovely to have you here. We're broadcasting from the crossroads of the West, St. Louis, Missouri. Did want to thank our episode sponsor, Ices.Cool. Ice Cream Equipment Specialist. I wonder if I can do that backwards. Ice Cream Equipment Specialists. I think I got that right. Anyway, their link is down the bottom. Evan, Chris, the whole crew there. We've done a lot of video on Popsicles in the last series. Had a lot of questions about packaging the Popsicles. The Popsicles. And it's a pretty easy process. Actually, Chris showed me how to do this after months of trying to, well, months is an exaggeration. A long time trying to make sure that it's a good clean. The Popsicle grabs the bag as it goes down. A lot of knowledge base there. The link is down below. So you want to make sure that your Popsicles look the best that they can. Yes, there needs to be a lot of time and effort into going through that they taste good, the process is good, but you also want them to present well. And there's generally two options for bags. The first of which is the smaller bag here that's only going to cover the actual pop. So you've got the stick coming in. This is more of a traditional bag where you go into a paleteria and you'll see these glass top dipping cabinets, and they're basically stacked full of paletas that are just slid into here. Very easy to put in, very easy to put out, and you can kind of select from the case. If you want to up your Popsicle game and actually send out wholesale, you'll need some form of poly bag that you can reseal. And I like these here. Again, we bought these. The link is down below. The bag link. I kind of took the inspiration from, there's a local Mexican place here that sells Popsicles in a freezer. This is STL made Pops and a whole bunch of flavors, butter pecan, but they have this nice sealed bag here. So you may want to invest in a heat sealer. So down here, we have a very simple heat sealer. It wasn't that expensive. Again, we're going to put the link in the bio. If you purchase the links from the links in the bio, we get a little kickback. It's not going to be any more expensive. It'll be just as cheap as you can buy it. But it's given us a little bit of thanks here at Scoop School. Anyway, so how this works is you've got this, I guess, temperature gauge on the end. Depending on how thick your bag is, you'll want to set this or reset it depending. We've got it down on just about 2 because we've got quite a thin bag. So you'll put the end of the bag over here, push it down to the point where it clicks, and then there's a little red light on the side here that will indicate when it's done, and you've got a nice clean line here that seals the bag. I feel as though this is a much better way of doing it than putting a zip tie around it. Not a zip tie, but you know, one of those lunch ties. You want it to look presentable. So these are relatively inexpensive. I think they're the right way to go. The next thing you're going to do is make a little tool to help the Popsicle get in the bag. And this natty little invention, again, is what Chris from Ices showed me how to do. It's basically a 20-ounce drink cup that we have cut out to be almost just like a slide or a funnel. And what we're doing is we're taking the bag, putting this in the, oi, it blew off, putting this in the opening so that the Popsicle slides straight in and doesn't grab the side of the bag as it goes down. Pretty simple process. Again, you do want to do one of these for each flavor that you go. There might be a little bit of residue left in there. We've got our pops, our dairy pops and our non-dairy pops freezing down. So let's get a few out and package them up. Okay, when you're doing this, temperature is obviously key. These have just come out of the freezer. I've got a gelato pan here that's been in the freezer as well that we're going to load them into. And you've got to be somewhat quick about it. So we're going to take the smaller bag first, the more traditional way. We're going to take our slide and basically just slide these straight in. It's a pretty efficient process. Look at that. Doesn't grab the side. Stack them in the pan. Oh, I keep grabbing these upside down. I don't know why I do that. Obviously, the quicker that you are and the more you do this, the more efficient you are. Again, as long as you've got this little knick-knacky tool, drop them in. Look at that. Great way to package pops. Again, more traditional here. So the pop just basically slides out when the consumer eats it. You put it in there, put it in the freezer, Bob's your uncle. So if we're doing more of a wholesale thing, we're doing the same process. Slide goes in, opens up the bag, and then we're just dropping these straight in. Now, I used a 3.5 by 5 bag because that was the size of the bag this came in, but I'm using a more narrow mold. So you've got to match your mold with the size bag, but that's fine. We'll take all of the air out of it. We'll drop it down here, hold it for a minute, sealed up, beautiful. Again, we've got a little bit more room than we want in there, but the principle is the same. One more time. One more. I don't know whether I get charged for singing these songs, Madeline. Let's go one of our melon ones here. Again, drop straight in, doesn't grab the side of the bag. Pop over to here, try and get all the air out of it. Seal it up. A beautiful melon pop, sealed up, ready to go, into the pan, into the freezer. Bob's your uncle. And look, you can make as many of these as you want. I think it's a nice, easy way to do it. Doesn't get stuck to the bag. No mess, no fuss, no worries. Anyway, that's all we have for this particular session. We had a great time working with the EMP200 from ICES, the Popsicle machine, all of the, as I say, accoutrements that we've been using. And if you have any questions whatsoever, you can drop us a line. We're happy to answer Popsicle questions. I think we're pretty amateurs at it. You do want to follow the link down. Speak to Evan or Chris down there at Ice Cream Equipment Specialist. They are the Pop Kings and Queens. That's all we have. We haven't done this one for a while, Matt, so why don't we do, if you want to subscribe, hit here. If you want to watch a pretty good video, here, and then over the shoulder here, go straight to Scoop School. Keep on scooping. See you in the next video.